The consolidated B-24 Liberator was a prolific four-engine heavy bomber designed by Consolidated Aircraft of San Diego, California, and widely used in World War II. This advanced aircraft left an indelible mark on history and played a key role in the Allies' strategic bombing campaigns. It was renowned for its speed, long range, and payload capacity relative to the iconic B-17 Flying Fortress, and by the end of the war, more than 18,000 Liberators had been produced, giving it the record as the world's most produced bomber, heavy bomber, multi-engine aircraft, and American military aircraft in history. With its high-mounted Davis wing, twin tail, and deep fuselage, the B-24 was an aesthetically unique aircraft. Its airframe measured 67 feet 2 inches in length, with a wingspan of 110 feet and a height of 18 feet. The plane had a loaded weight of around 55,000 pounds, could reach a top speed of approximately 290 miles per hour, and had a maximum range of over 2,000 miles. The Davis wing, a critical feature of the B-24, was notable for its high aspect ratio, providing the aircraft with improved aerodynamic efficiency and greater fuel capacity. This attribute was the key to the B-24's extended operational range, distinguishing it from other bombers of the time. The B-24 was powered by 4 turbo-supercharged Pratt & Whitney R-1830 twin Wasp radial engines, each delivering 1,200 horsepower. Its large fuel capacity, combined with these powerful engines, enabled the Liberator to carry a substantial payload over long distances. With a maximum bomb load of 8,000 pounds, the B-24 delivered substantial destruction to enemy targets. The B-24 used a unique rolling bomb bay door design. This design involved 2 door panels that, rather than swinging down, rolled up into the fuselage on tracks. This method of opening the bomb bay reduced the aerodynamic drag usually experienced with traditional swing-down doors, which in turn helped maintain the B-24's speed and altitude during the bomb run. The bomber also had a formidable defensive armament, with 10-50 caliber M2 Browning machine guns positioned in turrets and waist positions. This allowed the B-24 to fend off enemy fighter attacks from almost any direction. The aircraft was typically crewed by 10 personnel, including the pilot, co-pilot, navigator, bombardier, radio operator, and 5 dedicated gunners. In World War II, the B-24 served with several Allied air forces, including the United States Army Air Forces, the Royal Air Force, the Royal Canadian Air Force, and the Royal Australian Air Force. The bomber saw action in both the European and Pacific theatres, making its combat debut with the RAF in 1942. In the European theatre, the B-24s were employed in long-range strategic bombing missions against Germany's industrial heartland, targeting factories, refineries, and infrastructure. They played a critical role in Operation Tidal Wave, the daring low-level raid on Ploiesti, Romania, which aimed to destroy the oil refineries that supplied the German war machine. Despite heavy losses, these missions marked a significant disruption to the Axis war effort. In the Pacific, the B-24's superior range and load-carrying capability over the Pacific Ocean were crucial. The bombers conducted anti-shipping missions, attacked Japanese infrastructure, and were instrumental in breaking the Japanese outer defense perimeter by targeting remote island bases. They also played a significant role in the Battle of the Bismarck Sea, a major victory for the Allies. Yet the B-24 wasn't just a bomber. Its long-range capability led to its use in maritime patrol and anti-submarine warfare roles. In the Atlantic, B-24s were outfitted with radar and depth charges to hunt German U-boats, contributing significantly to winning the Battle of the Atlantic. Despite its notable service record, the B-24 had its share of challenges. Its high-mounted wing and deep fuselage made it vulnerable to attacks from below. The design of the Davis wing, while providing excellent lift and range, also made the B-24 more susceptible to damage. The high aspect ratio wings had less inherent strength than the shorter, thicker wings of the B-17, making the B-24's wings more likely to break apart when damaged. Defensively, the B-24's nose turret was not as effective as the B-17's in deterring head-on attacks, leaving it more vulnerable. Another aspect was that the B-24 was more difficult to fly than the B-17. It required constant attention from the pilots, even in stable flight, which could add to crew fatigue during long missions. In addition, the B-24 did not handle as well at low speeds, making it more prone to accidents during takeoff and landing. Despite these criticisms, the B-24 undeniably played a pivotal role in the Allied victory in World War II, and the PB-4Y2 Privateer Maritime Patrol derivative carried on in service with the US Navy in the Korean War.